Every year, more people say they want trips that feel safer, cheaper, and less stressful. And AI sounds like the perfect answer. It scans prices, reviews, even travel warnings faster than any human. But every shortcut hides a trade-off you rarely notice until it hurts. Today, you'll hear how AI can shape your 2026 trip for you or against you. And it all starts with the first thing AI touches in your trip, your flight. In 2025, Hopper said its models hit about 95% accuracy on price predictions after tracking billions of fares. That sounds like a cheat code, so what changes for you when you book in 2026? Suddenly, you are done with endless price checks and last-second surprises. Maybe you spot a deal, step away for 2 minutes, and come back to find it gone. Airlines know that moment of hesitation fuels stress and higher fares. AI watches when you cannot, spotting patterns that make the difference between a good deal and a missed one. Google Flights adds its own twist with the price guarantee badge on some itineraries, promising to refund you if the price falls after you book, within its rules. But prediction has blind spots. Models follow history, and history does not care about your cousin's wedding, a surprise concert, or a sudden weather mess. Hopper itself has warned that a small slice of trips will still land on the wrong side of the forecast, and that slice feels huge when your card gets charged. Another trap comes from AI that has no live link to airline pricing. It may show stale numbers, ignore bag fees, or suggest a deal with an overnight layover that steals sleep and turns day one into a zombie walk. So the real advantage becomes your prompts. Ask for safe layovers, daylight connections, and baggage included, and the results change fast. Ask vague questions, and you invite regret. It can save real money too. And once your ticket is locked in, the sneaky part starts. AI quietly decides where it actually wants to send you. Iowa and fire our codes. By mid-2025, surveys kept repeating the same idea. Over 40% of travelers were open to using AI for planning. That matters because destination choice used to be a gut decision, not a data decision. Now you type a few details and watch the machine respond like it knows you. Budget range, travel month, how long you can sit on a plane before you get restless, food you crave, your tolerance for crowds. Then it answers with one city that feels specific, and you start asking why that place. Now, travel sites offer smart planners that can handle anything, whether you want quiet beaches, foodie spots, or adventure escapes. These AI suggestions are shaped by millions of real user searches, reviews, and booking patterns, giving you results you'd never find on your own. The pressure is visibility. Tourism boards and hotels want to appear in AI answers, so they feed data, partner with platforms, and optimize content for these systems. As a result, your perfect match can be shaped by who plays the algorithm game best, not only by what fits you. It's no surprise when you arrive and realize a place that felt unique online is now buzzing with travelers just like you. What once felt like a secret spot quickly turns into the most popular stop in town. Locals notice first, especially in neighborhoods where short-term stays replace long-term homes, and the vibe shifts. So push back. Ask for second-tier cities near the famous one. Ask what areas locals avoid in peak season. Ask for shoulder months and quieter districts. Ask it to explain trade-offs instead of selling you a dream. And the moment the city is chosen, AI wants to run your whole week for you, hour by hour. In 2024, Amadeus Research reported that over 90% of users said AI saved them planning time. That explains why people hand over their whole itinerary so fast. Request a 7-day plan and watch as the system fills every slot morning to night, with museum trips, local eats, and picture-perfect walks. It feels like a custom blueprint for the perfect vacation, where nothing is left unplanned. Expedia built Romy for that moment, and other platforms followed. These assistants pull from maps, reviews, opening hours, and popular routes, then stitch it into a schedule that feels confident. The problem is, the schedule is built on averages. Average energy, average walking pace, average patience in crowds. You are not average on a trip. Jet lag hits your body in weird ways. A 2-hour museum can feel like 10 minutes or like a marathon, depending on your mood. AI cannot feel that, and it cannot predict when you will stop caring about efficiency and start caring about sitting down. Yet all that precision depends on info that might fall apart last minute. One surprise, like a festival or weather delay, can throw off the whole schedule. The fix is simple, and it changes everything. Tell AI to build a plan with one major activity per day, and real gaps you can protect. Ask it to shorten travel time between stops, and to keep flexible evenings for random finds. And once your days look perfect on screen, the real test becomes how AI actually gets you there without wrecking day one. Google Flights uses historical pricing to label fares as low, typical, or high for a route. In 2025, Microsoft rolled out Copilot actions that can pull options from partners like Skyscanner and Priceline. That sounds simple until you look at what the model values. It ranks by price, total duration, and layover length. It does not care that your 1-hour connection happens with winter delays through a busy major hub known for delays. It does not notice that the terminal closes, food shuts at 10 p.m., and you spend 6 hours staring at vending machines. Travelers who test AI routing tools keep reporting the same pain. Tight connections show up often because they look efficient on paper. A 50-minute layover can be legal and still be a disaster when gates are far apart or security bottlenecks. Price guarantees can reduce money stress on some flights, but they cannot buy back rest. Sleeping under fluorescent lights costs you more than you think. Mood, energy, and the quality of your first day in a new place. Overpaying is not always cash. Sometimes you pay with a ruined schedule and a body that feels wrecked. So you have to force AI to care about comfort. Ask it to rank routes by least stress, not cheapest. Ask for daytime connections. Ask which airports have late-night food and safe lounges. Ask it to avoid connections under 90 minutes in winter, then explain why. When you do that, AI becomes a filter instead of a cheap ticket machine. It narrows the list to routes that keep your trip intact. After that, every decision shifts to the ground, and the next one is brutal, where AI tells you to sleep each night. In 2025, one analysis put the average US vacation at over $7,000, with flights and lodging doing most of the damage. That number explains why a hotel choice can feel like the entire trip. AI tools change lodging decisions because they summarize reviews instead of dumping you into 300 comments. They flag noise complaints, safety concerns, and whether the great location really means a loud street at 2 a.m. They also compare neighborhoods, which is where the real savings hide. Try this. Ask AI to price 3 areas in the same city: city center, one ring out, and a spot about 10 minutes away by metro. Often the difference is shocking. A move of 2 stops can cut your nightly rate by $30 or $40. Over 5 nights, that becomes money for meals, a tour, or even an extra day if your schedule is flexible. There is another reason this matters in 2026. Rules. Cities across Europe and elsewhere have been tightening short-term rental restrictions because locals blame them for rising rents and hollowed-out neighborhoods. If your stay gets flagged or removed, your perfect deal turns into a last-minute scramble. So ask AI to filter for licensed options, hotels, and guest houses with clear policies. Ask it to tell you which neighborhoods are saturated with tourist rentals and which feel more residential. That one question reduces surprise and makes your stay feel stable. The underrated benefit is sleep. A quieter area with good transit can beat a central address that drains your budget and your energy, and you feel that difference quickly. Once your bed feels locked in, the real anxiety moves to your wallet and what each day actually costs to live. Numbio's price data shows a mid-range dinner for 2 in Zurich can top $100, while other cities sit far lower. AI uses databases like that to build daily budgets fast, and that speed feels comforting when you hate surprises. You ask for totals, food, transport, activities, and a cushion. AI answers with a clean number and a breakdown, and you start believing the math. Then you remember prices change during events and weekends, but averages can mislead because your habits matter more than a table. Think about how spending really happens on a trip. You pay for a Metro Pass, then you grab a taxi because it rains. You plan one museum, then you add a boat tour because someone in your group feels FOMO. You say you will eat cheap, then you spot the rooftop bar and you go anyway. Those small decisions create the gap between estimated and real. Studies and industry reports have found that around 25% of travelers run into inaccurate or incomplete cost info when they use AI tools for planning. The painful part is timing. You rarely notice on day 1. You notice when your card statement feels heavier on day 3. So push the model into honesty. Ask for a worst-case day in a tourist zone, not a local neighborhood. Ask it to price a day with 2 taxis, a paid attraction, and 1 nice dinner. Then add a 25% buffer to protect your mood and your options. A good budget is not tight. A good budget lets you say yes without panic and still sleep at night. And when the money side feels under control, your focus shifts to something heavier: how safe you will feel walking those same streets. Global rescue surveys have shown in late 2025 younger travelers lean on AI for safety research more than older groups, and the gap keeps widening. AI can now summarize crime patterns, common scams, and embassy guidance into plain language. You can ask, which neighborhoods feel risky after 11 p.m., and get a list of red flags, safer routes, and habits that reduce trouble, like keeping phones out of back pockets and using licensed rides at night. But trust stays limited for a reason. I reads what is available, and street reality can shift faster than datasets. A protest, a football match, or a sudden police operation can change the mood of a block in an hour. An algorithm cannot see the vibe on your exact corner. Where AI truly helps is preparation. It can translate warnings, summarize local headlines, and even draft a message to your hotel if you feel unsafe and want advice. It can also remind you about programs like STEP, which sends official alerts from US embassies when conditions change. Still, you need human signals. Front desk staff, taxi drivers, and locals notice patterns that never reach a global database. Your own judgment matters too. If a street feels empty and dark, that feeling is data. So use AI as a second set of eyes. Then cross-check with a real person on the ground. Ask AI to explain why it labeled an area risky and compare that with what locals say. Even with all of that, the real stress test arrives when everything breaks at once, usually around 2 a.m. in an airport you do not know. Recent travel research suggests over 65% of travelers would pay for an AI assistant during disruptions. That tells you how helpless people feel when a trip breaks at the worst time. Expedia's Romy jumps in when things go sideways, designed to untangle chaos before you even start to panic. Microsoft Copilot Action serves up instant backup routes in a single chat, shrinking your search time and giving you options in seconds. Picture the moment. The board flips to cancel, your phone battery drops, and you have one question. What is the fastest path to a bed and a new flight? AI can organize options in seconds in real time. It can list 3 reroutes, show price differences, and draft a calm message that asks the airline for rebooking or a voucher. But control still matters. Surveys keep finding that most travelers want AI support, yet they want final approval before anything gets booked. That makes sense, because AI can misread your priorities. It might rank the cheapest option first, even if it arrives a day late and wrecks your schedule. So you have to tell it what you value at that moment. I need to arrive by noon. I will pay more to avoid sleeping in the terminal. I can handle 1 stop, not 2. Those constraints turn AI into a focused assistant instead of a noisy suggestion machine. The underrated benefit is emotional. When you are tired, your thinking gets sloppy. AI can hold the facts steady. Policies, routes, prices, and time windows. You still choose the trade, but you choose with clarity. That's the real secret. Once you understand how AI really works behind your trip, you'll never trust AI-planned vacations blindly again. If this changed how you think about AI and travel, tell me your story in the comments. And if you want more breakdowns like this, tap the next video now.